Hey guys, welcome back to Poor Man Mods, and we're going to stop work on the 240 today and kind of do an unboxing and product review from stuff from UAC or Unique Auto Creations. So let's break right into it, and we'll kind of run you through what that is, what it does, and why you'd want it. We haven't got it. So he sent us a couple cool things from Unique Auto Creations. A little bit about his company. Visit his website, which will be in the description below. He offers parts for most Nissans, S13, S14, S15, and some Skyline stuff. So if you have any of those vehicles, you like anything in what you see today, be sure to head on over and check it out. One of the things he sent us that I'm really excited to talk about, legitimately, is that if you own an S13, you realize that there are no cup holders in the vehicle. So what this guy has gone ahead and made, and it's a really nice product, is in your factory ashtray, you can replace it with a cup holder. So that's kind of nice. Now you do lose the storage of the ashtray, but the nice thing about that is you do have at least a place where you can put one cup because you don't have a cup holder in an S13. We'll do this install. It comes with these nice 3M secure Velcro or actually adhesive pads, and you can add more if you wanted to, but you don't need to. And this is a really nice piece, and it's kind of a nice addition and replacement because I don't smoke. I think there's less and less people are in this age demographic smoking, but I always have something that I want to drink, and this is a really nice addition to the car. One of the other things he sent us, which is really handy, if you're anything like me and you got your S13, the previous owner may have taken the radio with him, or never had a radio, or you have a radio with brackets that are bad. He has replacement radio brackets that he's made, and the nice thing about this is that he sends a left and a right. Let me get the left one out. They're stamped with an L and an R, so they're pretty directional, you know which way they go. And the great thing about this is that parts like this are discontinued through Nissan. So you're either trying to find a set out of the junkyard, or you're going through a third party like UAC does here. And their products are nice, they're in brand new condition, and then you can install a radio. And these are relatively inexpensive, so that's the other great thing. The cup holder is too. None of the stuff that you're seeing today is more than $150 to $160, I believe. So that's a great addition, is that his stuff is quality and it's inexpensive. So you'll see these get put in, and then I'll be able to add a radio to the vehicle, which I currently can't do. And then the main item for the vehicle today is this cooling shroud. Now there's a couple reasons you'll want a cooling shroud, and they're kind of more popular. I can't understand why they're not more popular in the 240 community.
Especially the SR community.
Yeah, especially the SR community, because SRs are kind of known to run warm. And one of the things that I want to set out with this car to do was do whatever I could to keep the motor nice and comfortable and in the correct temperature range, especially with where I drive and my use plans for the car. So the nice thing about this piece is the hood the hood latch goes here and it bolts in place, and then this actually forces air under the vehicle through the radiator, your intercooler, or if you have one, air conditioner compressor or condenser, not compressor. So you'll see us put all this stuff on today. It's really nice built. Everything he sent is actually very well put together. It's not flimsy at all. It doesn't have a lot of twist in it, and the benefits are there, and you'll see us do that today, so stick with us. So the other good thing about UAC is that they're nice enough to actually send you installation instructions. The great thing about that is it's a brief installation instruction, but it's more than you get with most companies that aren't Greddy or HKS, and most of their instructions are usually incorrect or out of date anyway.
Or not in English.
Or not in English. So the great thing about this is that you're going to get some instructions with some of these items, so you kind of understand how to install them, and that's always a benefit. So thanks to you guys over at UAC for giving us professional installation instructions that we at least refer to for guidance. So let's get to it. So welcome to the inside of the 13. And as you can see, there's no radio in this vehicle as I received it purchased. There's no cup holders on the doors, and there's nothing in your center section except for an ashtray, a cigarette lighter, and a shifter or an automatic shifter. So to do this, it's really simple. You don't have to pull out the center section. You don't have to do any of the unbolting here. Simply empty your ashtray, pull it up and out, and then there's these ridges on the back to kind of hold it in place. So that spring there holds the factory ashtray in place. Then you can save this or throw it away. Now, the piece of install tip I'll give you is all of this plastic in here. So as you can see, with the cup holder removed, there's a lot of grime and dirt and build up in here from years of this vehicle being used, and we need to clean all this up. So I'd recommend any kind of spray detailer. I'm using one Enzeit's Cockpit Premium. You're just gonna spray some of that in there real nice, and then use a nice towel and clean it up. And you're gonna do this so these parts have something to adhere to. You don't want to leave any oily residue on it or any chunks of dirt, because then the cup holder will not be able to properly stick to the plastic. So another thing as we finish up here is just be sure that you're not using Armor All or anything that's got a petroleum oil in it. Equally bad as having a bunch of dirt there is using something that's going to shine the plastic up a whole lot and then create a surface that the 3M adhesive can't adhere to. So if you do use one of those things, just be sure that you take a alcohol water mix or some nail polish remover on a Q-tip and really clean this surface up so it's nice and prepped for the cup holder, which we are at that point. So that's pretty clean in there. Now you can see the adhesive strips here. The long one goes at the top, the short one at the back. Just simply pull off the plastic. So you just pull that one off, that's your top one. There you go. So you don't need any tools to do that. So the top one goes to the top, or the long one goes to the top, the short one goes to the bottom. Flip it over, line it up, set it in and just press it in nice and good. Give it a good nice firm press. And there you go. You have a cup holder. Once the install is done, I probably recommend letting the adhesive set up for at least 5 to 12 hours. So that's not in the instructions, but with any of these things, you really want to let it sit and adhere and get that adhesion going so you don't have to worry about it. If you do have any adhesion issues, it's very simple just to get some additional, you could even crazy glue this in place if you weren't going to ever pull this section out and start smoking and need an ashtray. Or you can just put more adhesive tape in there if you need it, but I think the install here is adequate and the product looks really good installed. So it gives your passenger a cup holder if they need it, or you can have it if you're driving. So we're gonna move on from here and take care of cooling yourself down with a drink to cooling the motor down with a cooling shroud. So what this product does, this cooling shroud, is it fits into this space here. It allows you to still work with your hood latch, but all this open space where air would come up through your front bumper and kind of just escape over, and you go over the front of the engine bay and hit the back of the fan shroud. It forces it down through what I have an AC condenser in here because I still have air conditioning in this car, and then through your radiator. Now I am going to put a front mount on this, so we're going to pull the bolts off and install it, but we're not going to snug it up strictly because I'm going to have to pull all this back out to put the front mount intercooler in at a later date. With this install, I'll tell you up front, you're probably going to break these 10mm bolts, but that's not anything other than the bolts being very old and frozen. So if you can, I would recommend PB blasting these. They're easy to get to. You're removing these 2 bolts up top on the inside and these 2 bolts up here on the inside. Inside being the intersection of the bumper. So we're going to pull those bolts off and then we'll install this product, but we're not going to hammer it down. Alright, so we have our inside bolts out, and the easiest way to get this in is to drop it down and over the hood latch, slide it over and down. It lays in place like that, and as you can see with this in place, we've covered up a lot of that surface area. So then, it's just a simple factor of reinstalling these, and you're done. Overall, these products are quick to install and have a great benefit to either user or application. So our install of this product is done. So why don't we get back inside the car and install those radio brackets. Now that we have something cool to drink and our motor's running comfortably, let's get to listening to something comfortable. The initial installation video that we did, we lost the audio on it, and it's kind of a good thing that it happened. So that's why the car's turned around and things look a little different. I want to make some corrections because we shot that video and I had done my homework, but I did get a couple things wrong. So I want to correct that now. First off, UAC, I went back and checked, don't have any parts for an S13, so that's incorrect. However, it's worthwhile noting that you should always check the product catalog because this video will be out of date the day after it's posted. Second, you can still get the original brackets for the radio, and that's what the audio that we lost is. You can still get those from Nissan. However, they're more expensive, they're sold one side at a time, and they're not stainless steel. So again, when I mentioned that the quality of these was higher in the unboxing video, that remains true. So what we're going to do is we're going to cover installation. We're going to use a mock radio for that because I don't have the wiring here squared away. And I'm going to show you how this works for the most part. So again, these are labeled L for left and R for right. And these will just fall right into this space here, as you see. And again, don't mind the wiring mess. We haven't gotten there to fix this. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna mock up this radio, and to do that, all you need is a radio for question. As you can see, we have the right side bracket on the right side of the radio, and we're just gonna take one screw, because we're just mock installing this, and attach. And then flip, and make sure you get your orientation right. So we are just mock installing this again, because this is not even my head unit, this is Mike's. But for the example of what we're doing today, we're going to use this. Now, you would usually have another screw here and another screw on the other side, the right side bracket, but this isn't my head unit, and we're just mock fitting this today because the wiring isn't correct, and this is not the head unit that will ultimately be in the car, but it'll work for our demonstration. So you put it on through your slide pins, because there are guides here, and then you just need to attach the 4 screws.
I got it.
Then, all you need to do is take your shifter trim, drop it back on, put it into place, and you're done. So, with that said, the radio brackets are again sold for less than you're going to get both of the Nissan brackets. So you can buy both from UAC, and you're going to be able to get them for less than you're going to get for both of the non-stainless steel ones from Nissan. So, installation done. Overall, I would say that everything took about 5 minutes or less. The cooling shroud was an easy installation and has a tangible benefit for your motor, and it's 4 bolts. The cup holder was 0 bolts, some sticky pads, some cleaner. Overall, another very easy installation, and the radio brackets were straightforward, inexpensive, and made of stainless steel. All the products that you saw in this video are available over Unique Auto Creations website. They're also a forum sponsor and constantly on the front page of Zilvia.net. You can reach them through the Zilvia.net private messaging board, or you can contact them through the website. Video and link description below for all of the UAC products that you saw here today. Big shout out to Jason at UAC. I mentioned him before. Massive help in getting this put together. Great people to work with. Customer service and response time is as good as any of the major brands. Nothing else really to say. Overall ease of installation on all these products is easily a 5 out of 5. Nothing was left to be desirable. Everything made straightforward sense. Directions came with some of his products. And that's all I really have to say about this. Everything was pretty great. So again, check the website out. Leave a like, comment, subscribe down below. Be sure to check out the other videos for the S13 build, the Super build, and we look forward to seeing you guys next time. Catch you then.